Hello again everybody. So it's been a long time since I've done one of my end of the week stories during a time when a lot of children are having to work from home. I didn't think we'd be here quite so soon again, but there you go. So welcome back to all our year 1 and 2 children who will be used to these stories, and a very warm welcome to all of reception, so Willow and Maple. So I have got a story this week, which it is particularly for reception, but I really think year 1s and 2s that you'll like it just as much, because we've been learning about Goldilocks this week, and we're going to be doing Goldilocks as well next week. And I found a story that's linked to that, but it's a little bit different. It's called Goldilocks and Just the One Bear. And it's only arrived today. I ordered it specially, so I hope you enjoy it as much as I have already. Once upon a time, there was this bear. One minute he was lolloping about in the wood, all happy-go-lucky, and the next minute he hadn't a crumb of a clue where he was. He was one completely lost bear. There he is, all lost. The bear didn't much like this place. Too many bright lights and not enough twigs. Too much loud honking and beeping, and not nearly enough owl hooting. The bear was also a teeny bit scared, and his furry legs had gone ever so slightly wobbly. "Maybe the thing to do," said the bear, looking round, "is to nip into Snooty Towers and get away from this terrible racket." So it's far too noisy for the bear. But the spinny Snooty Towers door made the bear feel dizzy, and being dizzy with wobbly legs was bad news. What the bear needed was a little sit down. A little sit down would definitely see him tickety-boo. And if you can spot him here, he's gone up in a lift to a very tall building. What level has he got to? Can anyone see that? That's right, it's 18. The bear peeked through a door and thought how very pleasant it was up here. So he likes it, he thinks it's nice. Not nasty and noisy like down there, thought the bear, just the place for a little sit down. All that whooshy travelling was certainly a hungry business, so before his little sit down, a spot of porridge seemed a good idea. We all know how much bears like porridge, don't we, everybody? "This porridge is too soggy," said the bear. "I don't think that's porridge, is it? Can you see what he's trying to eat?" "This porridge is too crunchy," said the bear. "This porridge is a bit on the dry side," said the bear, "but it's better than nothing." Now the bear was ready for his little sit down. "This chair is too ouchy," said the bear, and I'm not surprised, he's sitting on a cactus. "This chair is too noisy," said the bear. Oh my goodness, can you see what he sat on? He sat on the cat. "But this chair is just right," said the bear. Oh, that reminds me of another story. I wonder if it reminds you of the same thing. A little sit down is all very well, but what the bear needed to feel really tickety-boo was a good old-fashioned lie down in a comfy bed. And just before we go to that, can you have a look and see what you think's happened to the beanbag that the bear's sitting on? That's right, it's broken. "This bed is too frothy," said the bear. "But it's not a bed, is it? It's a bath." "This bed is too pink," said the bear. "This bed is just right," yawned the bear, and soon he nodded off. The bear dreamt of crunching through leaves. The bear dreamt of pottering around in his slippers. The bear dreamt of a voice shouting very, very loudly, "Somebody has been eating from my fishbowl," said the daddy person. "Somebody has been eating my dear little pumpkins, kitty nibbles," said the mummy person. "And somebody has been eating my toast," said the little person, "and they've eaten it all up." Again, this is sounding very familiar. Unfortunately, the bear was not dreaming at all. He was wide awake and back in real life again. So the people who the house belongs to have come home. Somebody has squished my cactus, said the daddy person. Somebody has upset my dear little pumpkin, said the mummy person. And somebody has popped my beanbag, said the little person. But luckily they don't look too worried about that. Somebody has been sleeping in my bath, said the daddy person. Somebody has been sleeping in my bed, said the mummy person. Shh, whispered the little person. I think that somebody is sleeping in my bed right now. The bear peeked from under the duvet to see a daddy person, a mummy person and a little person standing right there. Oh dear. The bear thought that the mummy person looked ever so slightly familiar. So it means that the bear thinks he might have seen the mummy person before. And the mummy person thought that scoffing other people's breakfast, breaking other people's stuff, and snoozing in other people's beds seemed ever so slightly familiar too. Have you worked out what's happening here? Who do you think this might be? And then the penny dropped. Little bear, said the mummy person. Goldilocks, said the bear. So that's right, it's Goldilocks all grown up. Porridge, asked Goldilocks. The bear nodded. So Goldilocks cooked up a big bowl and plonked it in front of him. It was not too hot and it was not too cold. It was just right. Because if you remember, Goldilocks and Baby Bear like their porridge the same way. It made the bear almost forget about that once upon a time when Goldilocks had behaved so badly. This little bear would never dream of doing anything like that. And although it had been good to see Goldilocks living so happily ever after with those charming people, the bear decided it was time to go back home to the woods. So there he is with his map trying to find his way back home. So there you go. Baby Bear and Goldilocks were reunited after all that time. And it seems like they get on really well. So it's a happy ending for everybody. Have a lovely weekend, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Bye.